Good morning, sixth grade. Today we are going to be working on best sentences. You will need your journal, your manila envelope, and some colored pencils. If you do not have colored pencils, please send me an email and let me know, and I will find a way to get you some. Best sentences. This should already be glued into your journal. If it is not, it would be a great time to do so right now. So as we can see, instead of our better sentences starting with describer, subject, verb, and then two action parts, our best sentences start with an action part. Mrs. Spaulding, that's so weird. I know. So today we are going to take one of our action parts and move them to the front. As you'll see as we go on, it doesn't matter which action part you move to the front, as long as one is in the front, and then describer, subject, vivid verb, and one action part is at the end. So I'll go through the first couple with you guys, and then I will give you time to work on the rest on your own. So menacingly, the angry wolf stalks through the forest. I'm on the first sentence. Menacingly, the angry wolf stalks through the forest. Now, menacingly is an adverb, which means it's a how word and how action part. So we underline our how action part in blue. All these adverbs that end with ly, those are going to be how words underlined in blue. The next part, the angry wolf stalks. So angry is our describer. Angry is describing the wolf. So the angry wolf is our subject, underlined in red. The angry wolf stalks, and our vivid verb is underlined in purple. If you don't have a purple or a violet, you can use dark blue here and then just use light blue for your how action parts. And the last part of the sentence, through the forest, through the forest shows us our where. Through the forest shows us where. Through the forest. So through the forest is underlined in orange, since where is orange. You are welcome to turn back all the way to our building action parts page, where it will show you all of our how, when, where, why, and doubt words. 2 pages back. So the next sentence says, despite being told to hurry, the cheerful girl meanders on her way to grandmother's house. So despite is one of our doubt words. We will underline despite being told to hurry. Now, Mrs. Spaulding, where do we stop underlining? How do we know? So if you look closely, we have a period right here at the end of all of these first action parts. When the comma, I'm sorry, it's a comma, not a period. Once the comma occurs, that is the end of our first action part. So make sure anytime you're moving an action part from the end to the beginning, we place a comma after the first one. Commas are very important. The sentence will be marked wrong if there's no comma. So let's go on to the rest of that sentence. Despite being told to hurry, the cheerful girl meanders. So cheerful is our describer, describing the girl. She is cheerful. And since our describer is describing something, that is our subject, girl. And then meanders is our vivid verb. We could just say walks, but is that a vivid verb? No. So meanders is a much better word than walks or run. So the next part of the sentence, on her way to grandmother's house. On her way to grandmother's house. If you need to flip back to your building action parts, you may. On her way to grandmother's house would be a when action part, a when. So we underline in green. Underline in green. We'll do one more together, and then I will let you guys finish the rest of this page by yourselves. So during the middle of the day, the swift creature approaches the house with caution. During the middle of the day. During the middle of the day is also one of our when words. So during the middle of the day, and then we stop at that comma. We stop at the comma during the middle of the day. The swift creature approaches. The swift creature approaches. Swift is our describer, underlined in brown. Creature is our subject, underlined in red. And our vivid verb is approaches. Approaches the house with caution. So the house is not an action part. The house is not an action part. So the phrase the house will not have any word underneath it. So with caution is also a how word, a how, because with something or without something shows us how. So I will give you guys the rest of this time to work on the last couple. Make sure these are all filled out. And if you know how, please send me a picture, or at our next meeting, just hold them up and show me all of your best sentences. The only other thing we are going to be doing today is, if you flip your page over, you have 2 full blank pages over on this side. Now you have 2 pages in your manila envelopes that look like these. Now I have already cut this one out. This one is not cut out yet. So we have step 1, 2, 3, and 4. You do not have to color very thoroughly, but please color these pages and get them glued in to your notebook. Step 1, 2, and 3 should be on the very back page of best sentences, and step 4 should be on the right side. So these are showing you how to build best sentences. So step 1, start with a subject, add a describer, and place it before the subject. Subject, add a describer. Step 2, add a vivid verb that shows the action in the sentence. Just like we've been doing, now we have describer, subject, vivid verb. Step 3, add at least 2 action parts. These are our better sentences with these 2 action parts. Describer, subject, vivid verb, action part, action part. These are better sentences right here, but we're not done. We move on to step 4 to get best sentences. Move one action part to the beginning of the sentence and place a comma after it. The comma is so important. It even tells you in step 4 you need a comma. Proofread and polish your sentence. That just means correct your spelling, grammar, spacing, and punctuation. Also capitalization if that is not already there. So then we move one action part to the front, so our sentences become action part, describer, subject, vivid verb, and then our final action part. It does not matter which of the action parts from step 3 you move to the front, but step 4, this is our goal. This is our final summative test that we are taking on Monday. This step 4, this is where we should be. So please cut these out and glue them into your notebook. Minimal coloring like I did is just fine for today. So we are working on best sentences on the previous page. It should already be glued in. Highlighting, underlining all of these, and then gluing in our step 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, 6th grade.